Netflix's The Asset, originally titled Legenden, is a Danish spy thriller that's been getting a lot of attention. Co-directed by Samanu Acheche Salstrom and Kasper Barfod, this show puts police trainee T. Lind right in the middle of a high-stakes battle with enigmatic drug lord Miran Sharani. Here's the twist. T's not going after Miran directly. Still a rookie, she takes on a completely new identity for a covert operation targeting his girlfriend Ashley, who might be his partner in crime. But as the investigation unfolds, T starts to realize something crucial. The person she's supposed to bring down might actually be trapped in an oppressive lifestyle that's completely beyond her control. The first season wraps up with Miran surrendering to the police, but don't think that's the end of the story. T and Ashley, their journeys are far from over. Release date speculation. So when can we expect season 2? Well, as of right now, Netflix hasn't officially greenlit a second season yet. But if things go well and the show gets renewed, fans can probably expect to see it hit their screens sometime around 2027. Yeah, it's a bit of a wait, but that's the reality of production timelines. 2 major cliffhangers that need answers. Season 2 absolutely has to address the 2 shocking cliffhangers from the finale. Let me break them down for you. T's assassination attempt. Even though Miran's behind bars, life is far from peaceful for T. In the final moments of the season, while she's contemplating whether to join the pet for good, she gets ambushed by 2 unknown assailants who just open fire without warning. She appears to survive, but the gravity of the situation is really starting to sink in. Any potential sequel is bound to tackle the burning questions. Who pulled the trigger? And more importantly, who assigned the hit in the first place? The investigation is still ongoing, and there are tons of suspects, all connected to Miran's drug trafficking network. The threat to T's life isn't going anywhere. So even though she initially rejected the offer, joining the pet might be the only way she can still have a fighting chance in this dangerous game. Ashley's discovery. While T narrowly avoids death, Ashley stumbles back into the criminal world almost by accident. She finds a peculiar toy in her daughter Sophia's room, and when she inspects it, there's a key hidden inside. And where does that key lead? To a room full of Miran's drugs, cash, and other illegal assets. Despite her initial hesitation to get involved with her partner's darker side, Ashley's now in a unique position. She's socially and economically untethered from the lavish lifestyle she once had. So it's very much possible that she'll tilt to the other side and continue the drug trade all on her own. Here's what makes this even more interesting. Miran is alive and still tight-lipped. The couple secretly working together could spell doom for any progress the pet has made so far. This also brings back those plot threads connecting Miran to the larger mafia. Ashley's new endeavors could bring her face to face with her worst fears. Cast and character returns. Given how ambiguous the ending was, most of the main characters' arcs are far from wrapped up. So if we get a season 2, expect the main cast to return. Confirmed returns: Clara Dessau, Maria Cordson, and Afshin Feruzi will likely reprise their roles as T, Ashley, and Miran, respectively. Since the story could delve deeper into the pet and its operations, there's a good chance Nicholas Bro and Sohail Bavi will return as Folka and Yasin. They might even take on bigger roles within the story, rising to the same ranks as the mafia networks. Klaus Tange, who plays Jensen, the head of the pet, might become a much more prominent character, directly taking on the underworld. And remember, Miran just represents one layer of that criminal ecosystem. Uncertain returns. Now, while most main characters are expected to return, the same can't be said for actor Aryan Kashev, who plays Miran's charming but impatient brother Bambi. His death in episode 3 likely marks the end of his on-screen role. That said, there's always a chance of a flashback bringing Bambi back into the narrative, especially if season 2 ends up being more character-driven than the first. Then there's Nico, Miran's right-hand man, played by Dan Boy Kratfeld. He has an ambiguous ending where he seemingly flees moments before his boss turns himself in. So, while it's possible he could return for a sequel, the chances are pretty slim. On the flip side, you can definitely expect to see more of child actor Lorelei Melik Skovgaard, who plays Sophia. She's likely to become a bigger presence on screen. Plot directions, exploring the past. T's backstory. Throughout the first season, T's past has taken a back seat to her present dilemmas. But by the end, it becomes clear that her moral fiber is overwhelmingly shaped by her lived experiences. With a return to the pet seemingly on the way, T's arc in Season 2 could tap more into her childhood and how she came to be. This could be a really fascinating dive into what makes her tick. Ashley's dark turn. Ashley's trajectory depends entirely on the choices she makes going forward. Her decision to rely on the drug trade could easily turn her into an antagonistic figure in the story. And given how significant her relationship with T is, they went from friends to enemies to mutual distancing. This development could create an irreparable rift between them. How T reacts to Ashley's possible betrayal will likely add to the show's commentary on morals and how easily they can be twisted. Miran's hidden depths. Even though Miran's been arrested, his story is far from over. We haven't gained much insight into his past and the decisions that led to his present lifestyle. The fact that he chooses to surrender, and by extension save Ashley, means there's more complexity to his personality than we initially expected. His future confrontations with T and the pet might reveal details about the larger underworld and where he fits into the puzzle, potentially opening up new investigative avenues for the show. The pet agent's moral dilemmas. Whether Foki and Yasin give in to their humanity or stick to their codes could lead to several moments of dramatic tension. The same holds true for T. A continuation of the story might finally answer whether she's driven more by an innate sense of good or by the fear of turning evil. That's a pretty deep question the show seems ready to explore. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates on The Asset and other Netflix shows.